All right, Coach, you can start us off. Some opening comments.
Just really pleased for our guys. I thought we had a really good week playing another one of the top-ranked teams in the country. We've had our share of that in September. We certainly had experiences that we should learn from, and really thought we took control. This was the first time we won the toss and been able to get the ball coming out of halftime, and really thought that we put it away there early in the third. And, I have tremendous respect for the Georgia Bulldogs and their program. Kirby's going to do a great job, but I can't think of times in my lifetime where a team has done that to Georgia. And so that credit to our kids and our coaches. And we got to play a lot of kids in an SEC game, which is not the norm. And just really proud, and hopefully we can build upon it and get a few guys healthy and finish strong next week.
All right, Raven, we'll bring the microphone to you.
Hugh, Derek Jones played in his first game back, this year as a cornerback, and he gets the interception the first 3 yards this year. Can you kind of speak about that play and him making the play on the ball and showing up?
I don't know of anybody that if you really have some good character traits about yourself, I think all of us enjoy a redemption story, and all of us have made mistakes. He's certainly been in his payment plan to get back reinstated to this team for a long time, and I love him, and really proud to see him finally get back with us, and then to see him make a play was really nice.
Did you guys make any changes how you handled the end of the second quarter or halftime? Did you notice anything different, temperament of the team? Or
no, just we weren't emotional all week. Hugh. It was, and in my heart, my gut is usually right, and my gut was that we had really good working practices, but we were not emotional, no passion. And my gut told me all week it's a great sign. They're disappointed, they're ticked, and they'll be ready to go. And traditionally, since we've been here, we usually have bounced back from disappointing losses pretty well. And we just talked about it's a story that I've been sharing with them all week from the Bible, from 2 Samuel, when a guy chased a lion into a pit, and he didn't come out until the job was done, and that was a message at halftime. But I just think it's. I know everybody wants to make it out to be great strategy by the opposing coaches or by us or not by us, but reality is, Hugh, if we don't turn the ball over, we don't talk about all those strategy things, and that's what happened to us. And we turned it over in both of those games. Not only just turned it over, we turned it over last week for 2 straight touchdowns. And it's hard to overcome that against good teams, and we were playing really good teams who seized the momentum after those things. So we really didn't do anything different, really.
Hugh, now that you're a quarter of the way done with the regular season, you've just got through this stretch of 3 top 15 teams. How do you feel about where the team is at this point?
I feel great today, don't you? We just beat a top 15 team pretty bad, pretty soundly. I'm pleased.
Dietrich Dukes started today. I know he's kind of got the body type, prototypical type for a run-oriented team like Georgia. Is that kind of the thought process that started today?
No, but to be honest, if back to Hugh's question on that, I got sick of watching us not fit runs right, and said I'm not doing it another game. I don't care who it is. It's going to be somebody different, and we're going to work on fitting the darn run and doing it right, and not giving up explosive plays. And Bean Dukes did the best in practice this week, so he got to start.
Hugh, I know you're focused on 2016, but did you look back this week and see Ole Miss hadn't won this game since '96 against Georgia?
I have no clue. I couldn't tell you. I just know the last time we played them was over at their place. That's all I knew. I did not know. Thanks for sharing that, though. Makes the day even better.
Hugh, third down defense, 4 of 16 for them today. Much better than you guys have obviously been early. What was the difference for you guys there?
Again, I know everybody in the society, including me, wants everything right now. And we're playing a lot of young kids and have lost a really good corner that made us feel and I think they're just getting better. And we made some changes at linebacker. I thought Dave had a good plan, and really they shouldn't have had. I mean, 2 of those were there at the end, and we had some young kids in there that just blew it. But I think we're getting better. We're certainly by no means have arrived yet, but we've played a difficult schedule and easily could have won the games. But third down defense was an emphasis this week, and glad it shows the results.
It looked like y'all were substituting on defense early in the game. How important was that, and did you think it paid off as the game went on?
Yeah, I demanded that today. This morning in our staff meeting early this morning was, they had to give it to me. They had to present it to me because I knew how hot it was going to be. You're expecting the 4-quarter fist fight in the SEC play with the team that's 3-0 and ranked 11th, and I just knew that we had to rotate early and keep people fresh, and so we stuck to that plan throughout the entire first half.
Hugh Easton had a lot of success first 3 games of his college career, but it looked like today, especially early, you guys really had him rattled. Was that just pass rush, or were you showing him some things in the back end as well?
We had some different things in the back end that I don't think he's seen. You have to have him called at the right time for him to work, and I think our guys collapsed the pocket some on him early on. I'll have to watch the film to see if it was the calls that, but we definitely, and they had a couple guys open early too that they didn't hit, and those things always play into the momentum. I really thought Jalen Jones grew up today. I really thought he played an outstanding game. He had one time that he used poor technique and the receiver got on top of him, but man, he really did some good things for us. And I really don't know if it was the different looks or the pressure, but it was a good plan by Dave and his staff.
Coach, Chad and the offense took back over with a couple minutes left in the half at the 45. Did what happened the last couple weeks kind of push you a little more to keep the foot on the pedal?
I'd have to say yes. The conventional wisdom, I probably wouldn't be here if everything was about conventional wisdom. So I'm probably better when I just go with my gut. And, I felt good. We had 3 timeouts too, though, and it wasn't, we were going to call everything we wanted to call at that point.
You went with Pellerin early and whatnot on short yardage and goal line situations. Was that plan going in, and what do you think about his performance?
His performance early on was really good. Then when we pulled Chad and gave him the reins, there were some iffy things that probably come with game experience. We tried to throw on RPO. He tried to throw a fade ball off of a run that you can't do that. And that's the one that he got hit. He didn't have his backside protected. And can't do that one. And he's got to know that. There's some things to it. And then he almost threw a pick into the sideline that he went to the wrong side on that one. But I thought early on in the short yardage, his first run I think was plus 10 run or so. Really, I'm excited about that package kind of with him.
You statistically, as you've been here, you talk about bounce back after losses. In your career, have you ever seen a team coming off a loss as focused and come out with a more decisive win than you had today?
It's hard for me to remember all of them, but this one will stand out as because of the type of losses we've had to the number 1 and number 2 ranked team in the country when we played them. I believe that's what they were ranked at that time. And when you lose games like that you feel like you could have won, man, it's and you got to hear about it in this day and time with the social media world. The kids it's disappointing and it hurts, it stings, and so this one is pretty special.
You've harped on the past couple of weeks, at least having shown a semblance of balance with the running game. Was it nice to see more consistent runs, having more consistent success, and having that balance?
It's always good. I love running the football. I think it sets up our pass. I think you have to have the appearance that you're willing to run it. And I've said all along, I thought that we could before the year's up. Unfortunately, people, they'll judge you on I'd love for everybody to go look at who is running again on Alabama. You know, we got twice what everybody else got, I think. So it's tough. So you don't make judgments based on just sample sizes, but today we were efficient enough. I don't know what we rushed for. I have no idea. But it was enough that I knew we were balanced and had that appearance, which makes our passing game a lot better.
I will take questions at the top of the room.
Coach, talk about Derek Jones and his performance at corner today, especially the turnover, the touchdown early in the game.
The pick six was awesome, incredible. And then he's got some things he's got to improve on. He was, you know, this is his first full week to not be on scout team, and so he was kind of in the wrong place with the wrong technique a few times. So he didn't get a ton of snaps, I don't think. But we knew that he could play some man, and that's what that was. And it was great to see him get a pick.
Coach, over the past 3 games, how do you feel the offensive line has done going against Florida State, Wofford, Alabama, and now Georgia?
I feel good about today. You know, there were times in the first halves of both of those games I felt really good then too. So it's hard for me to really. I've always been optimistic about that. I thought this young group could be pretty good before the year's up, and I think there's enough in the sample size to say, you know what, they might be okay. Running the football in this league is very difficult. These defensive lines and linebackers that we face and safeties are very difficult to run against. But I think if you take the quarters that we've played, there's enough there to say that we have reason for optimism.
Stay up top.
Coach, with the way Chad played today, not taking the ball over after having some issues in the past games, did you sense a difference with him and how he was approaching, how he was seeing the field, still taking shots and stuff?
Yeah, I thought I hadn't looked at the stat sheet, but I was really pleased. Thought he was really solid. When he did use his feet, I thought the ball was protected. I just thought he played really, really solid today.
Any more up top? I will take one more down low.
Coach, how did you guys come out of this game injury-wise? I know Carlos was shaken.
Carlos had a stinger, so I'm not, that sometimes goes away quickly and sometimes it doesn't. And then Custis, I just know he wasn't available because we couldn't go. That's our 2 dime guys, so we couldn't go down the whole fourth quarter. And I'm not real sure what his was. I didn't see it. But I think A.J. Brown tweaked an ankle, I think, but they didn't seem too worried about it. Didn't know that one. He may have, but I didn't hear that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Well, players in shortly.